Why, hello there, everyone. Oh boy, I'm a little bit late, but don't mind me. But without further ado, everyone, hello there. I'm the Kumo Sensei, and welcome to another live stream. I'm a little bit late, but better late than never. So, I have a little bit of a break today, so I'm going to be chilling and talking about some anime, because why not? I'm caught up with most animes, basically I'm caught up with about everything that I want to watch this season, and I have to say I'm very impressed. And I also, I don't know how long I'll stream today because I do have to finish editing and recording some Tarantula videos for today's video for my Laxo channel. So be prepared for that. It should come out later this evening. Hello there, Marco. How's it going? And man, oh man, I'm a little bit late, but don't worry, guys, because I finally caught up with one of the most anticipated animes I've been wanting to watch, and that is the Apothecary Diaries. The Apothecary Diaries is amazing. Oh, Mao Mao is my waifu, man. She is literally me, like literally me, just hiding in plain sight. You just never know. Oh man, I don't even know where to begin. So maybe we should I don't know. Should we discuss? Okay, look. Okay, let us talk about the Apothecary Diaries. Mao Mao is an amazing character, and allow me to explain why I say that is so. Is that she's very witty, she's smart, she's clever, strongly independent, and she has actual she has actual character, man. And to be fair, she's pretty much already a character that doesn't need much of any character development because she's pretty much already a great character on her own. So, to see an amazing supporting cast is such a huge plus that I really, oh man, there is a lot of great characters for certain, man. I think Jinshi, he's kind of cringe, but hey, he is voiced by dang, I forgot what's his name. Marco, what's his name? Takio Otsuka, I think is his name. He is actually the same guy who voices Aqua in Oshinoko. So they have like the legendary voice actors voicing some characters here, and they also got Aoi Yuki to voice Mao Mao. And for those who don't know, she actually voices Tanya in Tanya Saga of the Evil. So this is like a 10 out of 10 voice acting cast. Like all the characters, like everything about it is amazing. Oh man, I have been blessed. Like, I know I've been behind on the Apothecary Diaries, but now I'm caught up, and I can confidently say it's probably my my personal pick for my favorite anime this season. But if I have to judge on like the overall anime this season, definitely will give it to Frieren. I still think Frieren Beyond Journey's End is the better overall anime, but for my personal pick, the Apothecary Diaries is something amazing. Okay. Now, let us break down these characters. Okay, so Kuzuruya no Hitorigoto. So, the Apothecary Diaries. Let us discuss about Mao Mao here. So, allow me to actually pull up my anime list if you don't mind me. Alright, we got this pulled up. The Apothecary Diaries. So, I will say this though. Sometimes the plot is a bit too convenient, I guess, when it comes to Mao Mao's character. So there is not a perfect anime by any means, but for what the anime is in terms of like the setting, the tone, the OSTs is amazing. I need to actually search up who's doing the OSTs because whoever's in charge of the musical direction should get a raise. Because man, the Apothecary Diaries is amazing because like, I have no complaints about the voice cast whatsoever because I think all the voice cast is amazing. Especially how they use Aoi Yuki to voice Mao Mao. I already knew she sounds a bit similar to Tanya, but I was like, yeah, yep, that's her, yep, Like when I searched up the cast, oh man, we're in for a treat. You see how excited I am sometimes when it comes to watching animes because like, not just the anime, but like the production behind it because it just... The extra mile, the subtleties, man. You people, man, sometimes I wish people would study anime because like, oh man, it's so great to see like Aoi Yuki voicing something big or something significant again, because like let's be honest, because like other than like some other voices she voices, such as Mommy and Rent a Girlfriend, or Diane in the Seven Deadly Sins and whatnot, like she kind of gets stuck with she gets stuck with a lot of side characters. But to see her voice Mao Mao, oh my god, 10 out of 10. I'm not complaining. Some people at first was a bit skeptical of her voicing Mao Mao, because some people expect more of like a more mellow voice instead of a more high pitched type voice. But in terms of Mao Mao's tomboyish nature in a way, and like Mao Mao's, I don't want to say straightforward is the right word. It is such an amazing, oh man. The Apothecary Diaries, this series here, for me, I like this series a lot, which is surprising. I've only watched episode 1 back then, but now I'm caught up. I have to say it's amazing. I have not read the light novels. I would like to read the light novels, but as of now, I haven't read it yet. So it's still a lot like that I need to catch up on if I do read the light novels. Then again, though, I don't know what publishing company has this light novel for the Apothecary Diaries, because I can't afford a physical copy. I don't even think there's a physical copy out yet, right? Is there for the English translation? Probably not, but I'll definitely check it out in the future. But I'm very, oh god, man, people, look. I don't really. This is what anime does to me. It just, like, I have to admit, I really didn't expect OOM and Toho Animation Studio to work this well, like, of an anime, especially episode 1, because honestly, like, if you think about OOM, like this anime studio here, the anime studio that's working on this, one of the anime studios that is, they're known for Odd Taxi, Komi Can't Communicate, and dang, there's a lot of animes that make, so I'm stumbling here because I'm trying to remember on the top of my head, and Summertime Rendering, I believe, as well, which is pretty interesting because honestly, like the Apothecary Diaries, it's a bit more of a mellow, it is a bit more of a melodrama, and a bit more of like, I would go as far as say it is a bit of a drama-ish, like a historical drama in a way. But it is just an amazing series, because honestly, if I'm being honest, historical dramas is not really my strong suit. So don't take that personally. Even though I do like Vinland Saga, I don't necessarily consider Vinland Saga a historical drama. It's more of a seinen historical fiction piece, but a philosophical fiction piece, that is. But like, you get what I'm saying, everybody. So to see this series here, man, oh my god, I'm still talking about the series because there's a lot I really want to talk about when it comes to the Apothecary Diaries. So let's just scroll down a bit, because like this is like I need some sort of background filler so you guys don't just see me talk 24/7. Hello there, John Knight. We are talking about the Apothecary Diaries and how amazing this series is. For a mellow, I don't know. People say this is a romance series. It is not a romance series whatsoever. I think this series is more of a historical melodrama fantasy piece in a way, because some stuff that Mama mentions, while it does make sense on paper, historically it's kind of inaccurate. But then again, I can let this slide because this is more of a fictional piece. So even stated in the anime, so I'm not complaining too much. And it's insane because like the moment I heard Jinshi here, guys, and I knew it was Takeo Otsuka, the first thing I thought in my head was Oshinoko, because this guy voices the guy who voices Jinshi, Takeo Otsuka, he voices Aqua in Oshinoko. So like the moment I heard his voice, I'm like, yep, that's him. There's no denying it. He's an amazing voice actor, by the way. I feel like people do not give him enough credit for what he's done, because this guy has voiced pretty much everything. Like he's in a lot of projects, man. He's been around for a very long time too, though. Like I don't really know much of his works, if I'm being honest, in terms of his credentials. I do know he voices some side characters of Beastars, because when I was watching Beastars, like I was looking into him back then when Beastars was around. This guy does voice side characters a lot more than actual like main characters. So to see him get a main role as Jinshi, in my personal opinion, I think is well deserved and well earned. And honestly, I think everybody here is a 10 out of 10 voice acting and staff as well. Let's see, who are these? I'm not too familiar with these names, so I may have to search them up later to get a like a refresher to my memory. But overall, though, the staff here and everybody working on this anime, 10 out of 10 job without question. So yeah, that's my personal opinion on the Apothecary Diaries. And I will talk more about it in a little bit because like I want to talk about the voice actors as well, because like there's a lot of great voice actors in this series, such as Yui Ichikawa that we just saw here earlier as we was checking this out, because like she also voices Sei as well, and the Saint's magic powers is omnipotent, which is man, that is crazy. Have no one just not decided to talk about like the voice cast of like the animes this season? Because like this anime here has like everything I like. And it's funny because I'm a sucker for romance. It doesn't even have romance is not even the focus of this anime here, but man, I don't know what makes me like this show a lot. I really think it's just the main character Mao Mao and the production and everybody behind it, because Mao Mao is a very convincing character to me. Like I just Mao Mao is me, literally. Like she knows more than she's letting on. She conjectures, but she doesn't pinpoint it exactly, and she doesn't want to tell you, but at the same time she's not going to tell you. It's just perfect. This character is me. Mao Mao is me, like literally in the anime, and not to mention her freckles. Oh man. I really love this character a lot. Like it's funny because she was actually voted as top female protagonist of this anime season, which had me bugging. I was just laughing so hard because of that. Oh man, guys, I am talking about anime way too much now, but then again, this is the anime chat, so be prepared, everybody, because we're talking about anime here. So yeah. Anime is the discussion for today's video, today's live stream, and I have so much I really gotta say. Oh man, but it's kind of sad to see the season starting to wrap up again, because like I really wanted to enjoy the season a bit more. And although we will have like some ongoing series such as Friedman, because Friedman is set up for 2 cores for those who are wondering, it's essentially 24 to 28 episodes. But it's sad to see like Shield Hero, Spy Family, Eminence and Shadow, and all these animes go. But let us embrace the next season. And I have to say though, the Shield Hero season 3, a lot of people were disappointed in it. I haven't seen it yet, but I already knew it was going downhill because I read the light novels. I know what's going to happen, and to be fair, it's understandable why it lost a lot of momentum. There is still that fan base there, but it's what happens in the light novels that really it starts to drag longer than it needs to, in my personal opinion, because they keep just throwing scenarios in for Naofumi to be stuck in. And although he does get stronger along with his party with Raphtalia, Filio, and the rest of the gang and whatnot, like it really starts to drag. Not necessarily the characters, but the story. It drags. Friedman is amazing. I caught up with the anime. I stopped reading the manga. I mean, I'm not caught up with the manga. My bad. I stopped reading the manga, but I need to catch up on it again because it's essentially catching up to where I left off. I think maybe a little bit further. So there goes that. And there's Spy Family season 2. Spy Family season 2 is actually very solid. So see, this is what I miss about anime. I miss when anime was just fun. You know, so to me, Spy Family season 2 is what I need. Is that itch of like anime weekend fun, you know? So I never complained about Spy Family. Like I know that Spy Family is not for everyone, which is understandable, especially because like it's more of like a family fun action piece, I guess. Spy Family is just what I would consider to be classic old school fun anime, and I wish more series were like that. Because to be fair, if you look at it from like the surface, a lot of these current animes that are out now are trying to go too deep. Like they want this dark, edgy story, or they want this really deep introspective of a character and whatnot. Spy Family is just fun, put it that way. And oh boy, Goblin Slayer season 2 lost everything. This show went from dark, edgy fantasy to being a legit like nothing burger for season 2. It's crazy how much momentum this series has lost, and I think one big reason, without a doubt, is the fact that they took away the heart behind season 1, and that is the Studio White Fox. Studio White Fox, I would admit, the CGI for season 1 on Goblin Slayer's character design, because Goblin Slayer was in season season 1 was kind of in CGI because of his costume set design. So to see them put more 2D into his emphasis kind of helps, but it kind of takes away if you think about it, because the thing about Goblin Slayer season 1 and Studio White Fox's approach was that it put this like the dark gringy overlay screen onto scenes to give it a more I don't want to say a grounded approach, but a more Dark Souls feel to it, more D&D approach. Goblin Slayer season 2, it lost a lot of that dark, edgy feeling. It feels more of like they're just adding shadow effects rather than adding a grudgy effect. And I feel bad because Lightning Films is not, I don't think they're a bad anime studio at all. I forgot what animes they made, actually. I feel kind of bad now. So, man, that's crazy. I need to search them up again because I totally forgot. But essentially, though, to put it simply, Goblin Slayer Season 2 is not good. For a second season, it gets the job done. But overall, it's not that good, man. And I could be wrong when I say this. Okay, hold up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Lightning... I could be wrong on that, actually. So, let us actually... Somebody correct me on that. I'm pretty certain I'm right when it comes to Lightning Films' as anime studio. Because, you know, it's absolutely crazy. Let's see. Today is Michelle Rose's birthday. She's the voice of Yamato in One Piece, Celia in Jiminy Fairy Tail, Nashiro Yasu in Togu, Spirit in Goblin Slayer, and Kiyomi Azubuto in Attack on Titan. My favorite role that she has done, without a doubt, she voices one of the characters in Higurashi. I forget which character she voiced, but she's an amazing voice actress, by the way. Very big fan of hers, believe it or not. She even voices she voices in that one anime, Kiss Him Not to Me, the 2016 anime that came out in the fall of 2016. She voices one of the characters in that anime as well. By the way, I actually love Kiss Him Not Me, though. That is actually a very funny romance anime from 2016. But anyways, though, Michelle Rojas, though, she's an amazing voice actor. Yes, I do know her, John Knight. I know some of my English dub voice actors. You forgot to mention that one, John. Just kidding. No, but you're learning, John, though. Besides, you know some English dub voice actors that I don't. But I know more, like, overall, though, when it comes to overall knowledge, though. Michelle Rojas, though, happy birthday to her. Big fan, by the way. She'll never see this, but if she does, just know that I respect her works, though. Amazing, talented voice works, though. I don't know if she teaches any workshops, but if she does, though, I would like to just sign up for a workshop. Because why not? And, like, even if she just teaches voice actresses and whatnot, you can always learn something from a fellow voice actor or voice actress, that is. But yeah, though, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked because, like, John mentioned Michelle. I was like, oh, man. The flashbacks, though, because she voices so much, like, she voices a lot, by the way. People just don't understand. She also voices in, dang, what are some other stuff she voices? I know she voices, I could be wrong, but I think she voices one of the characters in City Hunter as well, the anime, that is. Not the Korean drama one, the anime one. But, yeah, though, it's really great to see people mentioning voice actors once in a while, though. I still have a good memory. I don't keep up with anime news like that because it's been about a week since I last kept up with it, but I still know my anime stuff in general, though. Oh, excuse me. Now let us continue, though. So this anime here is pretty much wrapping up with the next episode whenever it comes out next week, The Eminence and Shadow Season 2. And I'm gonna give you my personal take. I actually like Season 1 better than Season 2, but this anime here is not that bad still, though. I still think that this anime is still fun to watch, and although it lost a bit of momentum, I still think this is a fun ride to have for The Eminence and Shadow Season 2. Season 1 is my pick, and the reason why I like Season 1 better than Season 2 is because Season 1, the pacing is the thing that I think does it for me. The pacing for Season 1 is amazing. The pacing in Season 2 is fine, but it's not great. It has a bit of flaws here and there. But overall, though, it's a decent series. Now, I will say this though. Oriana, I think that's her name. This character here with the blonde hair, like I think her character development is probably the best thing this entire season of the Enemies of Shadow season 2, because essentially, okay, here's a little bit of my problem about the Enemies of Shadow. I feel like not many characters have actual character arcs essentially. Character arcs, in my personal opinion, when it comes to the Enemies of Shadow, is not that great. Because other than Sid Kageno, and that's pretty much about it. Like, every other character gets minimal character development. Now, Oriana, the Princess Oriana, like, she is pretty much one of the greatest character arcs in this whole anime thus far. And a little bit of Alpha, too, because Alpha, she goes through a little bit of a character arc, but I really do think Princess Oriana has the greatest character arc in this entire season. I think she steals the show in terms of character development, because everybody else in this show for the Enemies of Shadow, in season 2, to me, is more of like set pieces rather than actual characters. Even though some characters do have a little bit of motivation, it's not as strong. But that's my personal opinion, though. But I still prefer season 1 over season 2, just because of pacing-wise. John Knight, Michelle Rojas voiced Mickey in City Hunter Shinjuku Private Eyes movie. Okay, that's what it is. Mickey, okay. See, that's the thing. For those that don't know, City Hunter is actually based off a 90s manga, so I'm not really too caught up. And Jackie Chan, believe it or not, actually made his Jackie Chan made a Chinese live-action adaptation of City Hunter, I believe. And was in the late 90s, I believe. And then in 2008, 2011, sometime between that time period, South Korea made their own version of City Hunter. So, yeah, just a little bit of a fun fact for City Hunter for those who are unfamiliar. But anime information for those who needs to be enlightened because you don't have the anime knowledge that I do. Eminence and Shadow is anime streaming on Hulu. It's streaming on Hulu and High Dive, I believe. So those are the two streaming services to watch Eminence and Shadow. And I think it is on Crunchyroll as well. I could be wrong, but I think High Dive has the licensings to it. So let us see if I'm right or wrong, though. Dr. Stone's okay. Still need to see more because I'm not caught up. I'm just going to binge watch it whenever it comes out. The Apothecary Diaries, we already seen that, so nothing much to say. Undead Unluck is strange. So, okay, hold up. I need to actually talk about this anime here. Undead Unluck. This is actually a Shonen Jump anime, but the anime itself is not that strong. It's kind of sad to say that. And hear me out. I think the main character, Undead, I think that's what's his name. I don't know what's his name, but I haven't watched his anime or read the manga, but from what I've seen, is not that great. It's good, but not great. So it's kind of just struggling here. It's just kind of stuck somewhere between decent and good. But I would like to check this out. I would like to check this out in the future because because this anime is set for 2 cours, 24 episodes. So let us see where it goes. I may binge watch it in the future, but who knows? I'm almost done with Dr. Stone season 3 part 2 dub. Hey, look, I need to catch up on Dr. Stone. You're ahead of me, John, and I watch English sub, or the Japanese dub, that is. Undead Unluck dub is now streaming on Hulu. Interesting. It's funny because it's streaming on Hulu, but it's actually owned by Disney. So, just to clarify for those who are kind of confused why everything's on Hulu and whatnot, Disney has been licensing animes, but the streaming services they have is limited for Disney Plus. So there are other services so basically all the other services that they have licensed, such as Hulu Plus and ESPN, etc. They just been streaming the animes on there because Disney Plus is supposed to be kid friendly. So yeah, so Disney Plus actually owns the right to Undead Unluck's licensing, which is honestly kind of strange, but yeah, just a clarification for those who are wondering. Shangri-La, I haven't seen this anime yet, but I know people are telling me to watch it. I've only seen a little bit of it. Tokyo Revengers lost a lot of momentum. Skip. Kingdoms of Ruin, I talked about this, but I'll skip. This one, I'll skip. Skip. Ragnar Crimson. Ragnar Crimson is just... This show is just so interesting. This is like... I'll be honest, man, this is like what Goblin Slayer should be in terms of atmosphere and presence. Like, just this edgy, this cool, edgy Chunibyo feel. But Ragnar Crimson got it right, and Goblin Slayer Season 2 kind of missed. But but I haven't watched it yet. I know it is by Silverlink. Silverling is pretty interesting because Silverling is pretty strange, honestly. They just make whatever they feel like making. Like they just don't care at this point. Because I remember when there was I think they made Masamune-kun's Revenge, I believe, as well. Man, it's crazy. Their portfolio is just all over the place. Berserker Gluttony, pass on this, pass. I need to watch the Fire Paladin Season 2. It is a bit of a slow life. I heard that Season 2 is actually a bit more of a drag than Season 1 is. But I still want to watch this, though. Excuse myself. Deadmount, season Part 2, pass. Ancient Magus Season 2. I love the Ancient Magus Bride. This show, man, it's just crazy. Like, the troubles this show has got, like... man. I think I should talk about the Ancient Magus Bride for a second. Why I actually like this series. So this series actually started off as a web series, I believe. A web manga, that is. And it was a very, 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 very niche series. The Ancient Magus Bride, the only reason why people like it is because it is what I consider to be pure fantasy. Like, when people consider fantasy, they think of like isekais and whatnot. No. Like, if you want pure fantasy and like the magical, like Pan's Labyrinth-esque feeling of like Guillermo del Toro sort of feeling, this is the series to go to. I love the Ancient Magus Bride. There's really no anime like it in terms of its atmosphere, its presence of fantasy. This is just pure fantasy. I love this series, by the way. Not for everyone, but for me, I love it. And I feel bad because I haven't even watched Season 2 yet. Part 1 or Part 2, because I keep putting it in delay. But I will catch up though. Give me time. Kikansho no Maho wa Tokubetsu desu. I have not seen this. I pass. The Sei's magic power is omnipotent. I love this series. I love Sei a lot. Sei is like your typical... She's not a damsel in distress, but she's just a regular person. Man, do I really just love Sei. Sei is an amazing character, by the way. People need to give her more credit for what she is as a character. I know she's a bit bland, which is why a lot of people don't really want to like invest in Sei, I guess, as a character. But you got to remember, this is a fantasy series written by a woman. Like, give her some credit, man. Like, this is a decent shoujo series. Oh, it's not a shoujo series, but it's a decent series. Come on now. And not to mention, she's voiced by she's voiced by one of the GOATs in terms of voice acting. So like come on, you can't complain because you have Yui Ishikawa. What more could you ask for, guys? just a heads up though. A girl and her guard dog. Okay, people keep telling me to watch this. I know this is like a romance series, but I don't know. I just don't feel invested. This one had a rough anime adaptation. This is skip. Everything else I pretty much skipped. I will watch Hoshizuku no Telepath, but this series suffers the same problem of every other Yuri series, man. Oh man, God dang it. Sorry. But I'll talk about that in a little bit. But let us see. Kamiya. I need to make a video on this anime here of how it has everything going for it, but it just screws up badly. Okay. Now let us talk about this series here. Hoshikuzu no Telepath. Stardust Telepath. I need to talk about this series. I talked about it here on the channel. It's by Studio Gokumi. There's even a website. Go check it out. This is pretty nice. It's actually well designed. Great web design. It's better than my website. But nobody checks out my website because they don't really care. But essentially though, this series here, I actually thought this series here is not bad. It's just pure vanilla Yuri. But hear me out. This series suffers from every other Yuri's, like every single Yuri. Like when it comes to the Yuri genre, the one big thing they suffer from is like the connective tissue. There's just no connection that is just strong enough to attach two female characters together. Like it's just frustrating to me. It's not that it's bad, but it's just too subtle. Not in a good way, but like in a way to where like it just doesn't connect the two characters together. Look, this might be a biased take. So Madoka Magica, for example, it is not a Yuri anime, but in my personal opinion, Madoka Magica is a much more better Yuri themed anime than most Yuri animes there is. And it's not even a Yuri anime. Just an example of what I'm coming from. It's frustrating to me because I love the Yuri genre, believe it or not. My homegirl, she's into women. And we used to we don't talk anymore, but like my homegirl and I, my homeboy, we used to talk about Yuri animes all the time here. Because I'm a Yuri connoisseur, you see. But the Yuri genre is really weak. And I feel like the best Yuri anime is not even a Yuri anime. I mean, think about it. Madoka Magica is not even a Yuri anime. Is really just a friend trying to save her friend from becoming a magical girl, despite and going through hell's length to do whatever she can just to stop her friend, to save her. I feel like that is a much more compelling, oh my god, that Madoka Magica should be a Yuri anime. People claim that Madoka Magica is not a Yuri anime. It is a Yuri anime. It's just that the Yuri subtleties is just so subtle. You just don't notice it. If you're a regular viewer, you will not catch on to it. But that is my personal take when it comes to the Yuri genre. I love Yuri anime, by the way. Oh my gosh, man. People just don't understand. I love romance, but God, they just gotta screw it up. They need to find some connective tissue between the main characters. Because the thing is that it's very vanilla. Too vanilla. And if you don't read hentai, you don't know the genre of vanilla, okay, guys? It's just way too... It's too plain, man. I wouldn't even call it vanilla. I call it water. There's no flavor here. God. To my homegirl, if you're watching this, which you probably don't because we don't really talk anymore, you can agree with me, though, my homegirl. Like, come on now. I hope you have a new girlfriend, though, because your ex-girlfriend was a freaking bitch. I about fought her. Man, we about fought so many times, man. But I hope you're doing better, though. But either way, though, you get the gist, though. Not a big fan of the Yuri... I love the Yuri genre, but the Yuri animes are not that great. But I'm hoping they'll get it done right someday, though. Someday, fingers crossed. Because as of now, to me, I still think Madoka Magica is probably the best Yuri anime out there. It's not even a Yuri anime. Oh my god, that is such a hot take, too. I'm gonna get canceled for saying that. But those are my overall thoughts, though, about some animes this season. If anybody has anything they want to mention about this anime season, feel free to talk about it, because I will go into depth about it, head to toe, if I can, on basically what I know. Because it's a lot. A lot. People need to understand where I'm coming from, though, because I feel like people I don't mind talking casually about anime, but you have to understand, though, I am not your casual anime fan. I'm the god tier anime fan, you know, because people will be mentioning stuff like voice actors. You don't know anything about voice actors. For example, come on now, you want to mention voice actors? You don't know anything about voice acting. We were just talking about, for example, Yui Ishikawa. We were just mentioning her earlier. You know she voices Mikasa in Attack on Titan, right? I bet you didn't even know that. To the regular folk, they probably didn't know that. But for me, I will go that far because I love anime. Everything about the explosive world of this niche. Everything. Not anime, but everything. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 18 is my favorite episode. The anime is currently on a little bit of a break as of now. But I love Jujutsu Kaisen. You know, it's such a shame how MAPPA is treating their employees. If you didn't notice, believe it or not, they really don't like the workplace, man. So I don't think you noticed, but in episode 18, I believe that's the one where they destroy those buildings and whatnot. They were going through the buildings, smashing everything. With Setsuna just destroying everything and whatnot. You may not have noticed this, but one of those offices that got destroyed was actually the Studio MAPPA offices. They just animated it into the anime because they hate the working conditions. I was like, oh my god, that is so clever. That is so clever. If you go back and watch episode 18, you'll see the one of the office floor levels is literally a floor level in Studio Mappa's offices. That just goes to show you how much they actually hate working at Studio Mappa. Like, I feel bad because the employees, man, they need to get paid more and they need to be treated right, but they just keep getting screwed over because, you know, like they just like. I understand they want quality episodes, which we're thankful for, but at the same time though, we need to give like anime studios their time off. So Jujutsu Kaisen essentially, like the current episode is a bit of an, it's not on hiatus. I don't know what people are saying it's on hiatus. It's on a break essentially, not a delay, not a hiatus, more of a break because they need it. But just to clarify for those who are wondering, that's why there hasn't been any episodes out for like the past week or week or two. But we kind of had to wait and see though. But I am so hyped to see where they go because man, oh man, they've been dealt terribly, just terrible. Like you can even go on Twitter because I know people here don't use Twitter, but the employees on Twitter, their Twitter statements are so they just go out, man. They don't care anymore. They don't. For those who are unfamiliar with what has happened, Studio Mappa, their employees have been so overworked that at this point they're just vocally open about how much they hate it. Like they're saying don't bring in your office cards so that way you don't have to sign in to your job. You know when you're clocking into work, and then they're like, let's just not show up. Let's just not show up. I'm like, what? That's crazy. Like, oh my god, Studio Mappa, man, they're just going all out here. The staff, like they're oh man, you really have to see their tweets. It's just so bizarrely, it's bizarre but amazing. It is like screw you, Mappa. You don't have no control over us. This is our way of telling how much we hate you. You know, I really wish that more employees of Studio Mappa were more open like that, so that way we have a true understanding of this hell that they're living in. Because I feel like a lot of fans of anime have been just taking it for granted of what we got for good episodes, but there is just so much goddamn work, man. Like they really deserve it. And I know I keep going on a rant about animators all the time, and the thing is this, animators are so underpaid and so overworked. It's honestly sad. And this isn't just to Studio Mappa. This is to every anime studio, including like these nothing animes here as well, for example. Like, well, you get where I'm coming from though, right? Like at this point, it's pretty much a safe assumption to say that every single animator is overworked. You can't argue that at this point, because like, what animator is like, yeah, man, I love the days we get off. You really don't get any breaks at all. Period. Here's how we work in our industry. If you're Asian, Japanese, okay, like us. But look, understand this. On your days off, it is not your day off. Period. You, like, and what I mean by that is, when you get a day off, you're essentially not really getting a day off. You're essentially just sitting in your house or sitting in your home, just in agony because you got to go back to work tomorrow. It is not what people think how Western countries work. You know, Western countries, you get like 2 days off and whatnot. No, that is not how it works. You get 0 days off. You really get 0 days off. That's the best way to put it. You're gonna die working. Everybody, I have yet to see one person with poor work ethic if they're working an office job or any sort of animation job. Like you work in an office of any kind, whether it's filing financial stuff, anime studios, anything in an office work, you're not going to get any days off. This is why Japan's work culture is hell. Like, and the funny thing is people exclusively think it's just Japan's work culture, but it is every single Asian work culture that pretty much like that is out there. China, Korea, Taiwan, etc., etc. You don't really get any days off, man. It is just crazy. If you're working an office job, that is. So that's this is my insight to you guys. For those who are wondering, why they're overworked despite getting 1 day off. They don't get 1 day off because you have to understand companies make stupid excuses to put you in work. That's why deadlines are so constant and deadlines are so rampant. If you have one deadline, you get 0 days off, period. Because, how do I put it? For example, if you have a deadline and it's just one small thing and you complete it that day that you're supposed to be off, you just can't go home because now you got to do everything else. Because if you go home early, it's a sign of disrespect. Because you're leaving all your kohais to senpais to all the work while you're going back home. Nope, you gotta stay behind and you have to help them out as well. So essentially, to put it simply, you're not gonna get any days off. So I really wish that people understand where I'm coming from, because everybody in this anime industry, everybody in the work office is dying. There's no question without doubt. It's just so infuriating. And trust me, if a company calls out and make a statement saying, "Don't worry, man, we're treating our employees very well and whatnot," they're bullshitting. They're capping. Oh my god, man. I know, because I've kind of been there. I know that it's hell. It's not what it is. But that's just my personal take on the anime studio, and let us not drag this on too long, because man, we can talk about tax evasion next, because Studio Affordable, tax evasion. That's why you don't really see them much anymore. Yeah, that is actually true though. Tax evasion is crazy. Some crazy era of anime we're in right now. It's just crazy. But cheers though. I need a drink of water because that dried out my throat. But yeah, though, any single topic of anime, man, I'm so open to talk about, because I know way more than I should be letting on. I know way too much anime to be letting on, actually. It is just crazy. I always say crazy because I don't want to use any bad words, so I just use crazy as the substitute instead of saying profanity words. So I always use the word crazy, wacky, or, something like a substitute word that is cute and giggly. But yeah, though, that is my personal opinion. Let us let that slide. And let's hope I don't get canceled, because I'm going to get canceled saying something that's pretty much like a sad reality that some people just don't want to admit. But overall, though, this anime season to me was pretty satisfactory, though. Oh, by the way, has anyone seen the new Solo Leveling trailer that came out last week or earlier this week? Because it is just crazy how people are so skeptical of Solo Leveling now. Man, this show here. This show is either gonna live or die. It's really hard to find middle ground from what I've seen, because the fan base is literally one side or another. It is just crazy, because if you look at if you look at the anime style and everything behind it, everybody is just yo, this is either going to be the worst anime of all time or something legendary. And it's just crazy how people are just throwing all the speculations right at the face of it all. Because let's be honest here, we just don't know what to expect at this point, because I don't know what to expect. I watched the Solo Leveling trailer in Japanese and English. Yeah, I seen both of them actually. It's crazy because they have Sung Cho Won. He's voicing one of the characters in the English dub, and what's his name? Taito Bon is actually voicing the main character, Jin Woo, in in Solo Leveling here. It's funny because Bon Taito or Ban Taito, I don't know much of his works at all, because this guy voices so many side characters. I don't really know him for his main voice characters. I know he voices that one character in Dr. Stone, Soyuz, I believe that's his name. That he voiced for this guy here, Ban Taito. He voices Soyuz in Dr. Stone, for those who are wondering. But I don't really know much of like actual main characters because this guy voices a lot of characters. A lot of them are side characters too, because like he's been around for a little bit since like I don't really know how long he's been around actually. Okay, hold up. 2016, I think. I think he was around since 2016, 2017, somewhere between that time period. Because he voiced that one character. He voices one throwaway side character in Children of the Whale or Voices of Children of the Whales or something like that. That is a really sad anime, by the way. A lot of characters die in that anime, believe it or not. But it is insane though, like how this guy's it's crazy. Ban Taito, he's been around for a while, but it feels like no, he hasn't been around long, but it feels like he's been around forever. Like it's just crazy to say that. And then Hyein, I think it's how you say her name? She's voiced by Reina Ueda. Reina Ueda is an OG. That is not even capping. She's an amazing voice actress. I love her. Oh man. Okay, so if you watch Mashle, she voices Lemon, and she also voices so many side characters. She even voices Ruby and Dr. Stone, for those who are wondering. Like, she voices so many, like, just so many amazing characters. She even voices Sei's best friend in The Saint's Power is Omnipotent. She voices Elizabeth, that's her name. Right now, Ueda voices pretty much every character that is out there. Like, she is a legendary voice actor. People just don't give her enough credit because they don't know what they're talking about. But I do. I know what I'm talking about. Like, oh man. I'm getting so excited because like she also voices Kanao and Demon Slayer. So yeah, I don't want to spoil it. Like, oh man, she voices so many amazing characters. People do not give her enough credit, man. And I know there's only 2 people watching this live stream, but like she voices so many amazing characters. People just don't recognize it. She even voices Akane and Gridman. Like, come on now. Like the Yuri, the Yuri. Oh my god, the Yuri stuff that people are making, the fan arts of Akane and Gridman. Like, come on now, guys. Like, come on, you understand where I'm coming from though. Everybody should know her at this point. Everyone, if not everyone, then at least know like her voice in general, because like she is way too talented for her like her caliber of voice acting is god tier, in my personal opinion. I mean, like, she even voiced, what's that one chick's name with the short hair and tank top? Hell or something like that? Like, she voices so many characters, like, you will be so surprised. It's like a rainbow. It's just like this constant, it's just like a constant barrage of characters. I don't know what agency she's in, but she just keeps getting roles. Like, she is on fire. It is just crazy. Like, if she's not, like, she doesn't voice just, like, people, like, okay, hear me out. The reason why I say she's different, she's built different, is because voice actors, when they start and they enter to an agency and whatnot, or they get an agent, etc., usually they start off with some throwaway character, for example. Like, some character, like a background character or whatnot. Like, but no, not her, though. Like, Reina Ueda, she voices either a secondary character or a main character. Side characters, it does happen, but very rarely though. She's usually somewhere like between like a supportive character or a main character. Like she's not side character level of voice acting. She's that respected. It's just, man, it is just crazy, yo. She's everything. Like, she's not everything, but she's almost in everything now. I think my favorite role that she voices, without a doubt, is Kisa in in Fruits Baskets. There it goes. The remake, that is. Very, very amazing voice actress, by the way. People just don't give her enough credit, man. And I know that some people notice her from Darwin's Game because she voices Shuka, the blonde haired girl with the chains and stuff and whatnot in Darwin's Game. But I really like her voice in Kisa though, because like it is such a soft voice for a character, and she does it so well. But wait, I'm getting sidetracked. sorry. I'm talking too much about god dang it. I keep doing that. You see, guys, when you get me into this loophole of animes, I can drag on for days. I am just I keep doing that. I hope that y'all don't find that annoying. I know a lot of people will, but please forgive me, guys. It's just, I just can't help it. Like, she works with 81 Produce. 81 Produce, yeah, there it goes. 81 Produce has been around for a while, so it's understandable. And I know that people don't search up about 81 Produce, but 81 Produce has some of the best talents in there. But the problem is that I don't know exactly how their recruitment system works though, because from my understanding, you have to actually not only, you don't really need to sign up in a way, but you kind of had to audition, sort of, because everybody. Random Widow's 29 years old. I know that already, John, but I'm talking about 81 Produce for a second here. Sorry, but not trying to dish your information here, but I already know that. But 81 Produce has been around since like the this is before 1990s actually, because some of their voice acting talents, they go back to the 80s. So I'm guessing 1980 something. I don't know exactly, but that voice acting agency has been around for a while, a long while that is. And to get in is very rare and very difficult. Because like this voice acting industry, when it comes to Japan's voice acting industry, is very competitive. Chances of you getting into an agency is very rare. Unless you've been there since the beginning, such as attending workshops, classes, etc., etc. It's a very hard process to get into. But Reina Ueda is an amazing voice character, though. I mean, she's an amazing voice actress, my bad. And I hope that I don't really drag on too long, because I keep doing that, guys. I truly apologize, because man, I just can't forget. Like I just can't forget. Like it just, like, when you love something so much, it just sticks to your head. Anime 1981. Aha, I was in the ballpark. See? 1980s. I was pretty much in the ballpark, man. I'm very close. 1981. That's interesting. They've been around longer than I expected. I was expecting more of 1983, 1985-ish, but 1981. Interesting. Interesting. I need to search up more about them, because here's the thing. When it comes to like anime agencies, the voice acting talent agencies, the reason why I don't really know them that excuse myself. The reason why I don't really know them that well is because they have so many talents under their rosters that most of these talents are nobodies, or they're just very small or new. And trust me, you like the list seems big, but getting in is very difficult. So even if you're a nobody and you're in there, you're pretty much better than 99% of voice actors who have tried and failed. But yeah, though, I hope I didn't drag on too long, guys, because I've been talking about anime like this too much, man. I get sidetracked, and I know that, but I just can't help but talk about anime. I just love this. I am too different. I'm the neighbor's kid when it comes to anime. And it's just because, like, I grew up with anime, but what fascinates me of anime is not anime. It's everything surrounding anime. Light novels, manga, the people, the staff. You know, like, once you get there, you'll come to a point of being an anime historian. Like, I am an anime historian / trivia guy at this point. I am lonely. I am so lonely. Oh, that's the best way to describe it. I'm the loneliest anime fan there is, because I want people to understand, when it comes to anime topics, I'm usually very lonely, because, like, I know that, like, I know people want to talk about anime, but for me, anime in itself, it's a fun casual thing to talk about, but it's kind of like eating something. You only licked it. You didn't really bite into it, or you didn't really swallow what you've eaten or chewed on it. You just took a lick out of it. If you want the full experience, you gotta go down the iceberg. You have to go down, because it opens the gateway of everything. Before you know it, you're going to be like an anime expert. I'm watching, but can't really have a say. I'm not really an anime expert, so I just listen. Oh man. People, you will understand someday. Just get there. Like, really. Just keep watching anime, and then you will eventually get to a level to where you'll just memorize stuff. Like how I do. You know? Because for me, because you have to remember, I was not just born with anime knowledge. I grew up with it over time, and then and then like little by little, I started picking up on stuff. And then, like when I said little by little, I picked up a little bit of stuff, but I picked up everything, a little bit of everything. So that way, I have a taste of a little bit of manga, a little bit of anime, a little bit of light novels, a little bit of eroges, a little bit of visual novels, a little bit of games, a little bit of the production, a little bit, a little bit of the anime staff, voice actors, etc. And you keep taking a little bit of everything, a little bit at a time. It will build up and culminate into this amazing bud of roses. Like, you'll become this god of anime. What? There are so many people who love anime and want to talk about it like you. Oh man, you don't understand. Look, my friend Porta, I'm going to tell you this right now. Just name some anime fans that will actually talk about not just anime, but the production, the staff, the voice actors, the history, and most importantly, everything around it. Like the source material, etc., etc. They will not go that route. They will not. They will either tell you they only read the anime or manga. These are the two most common types of people. That is such a small fraction. You only got 2 things down on your list. But there's visual novels, there's light novels, there's there's the production, there's the staff, there's the the voice actors, etc. And the whole medium is so big, but people only focus on that small little niche. But not me. I just could not. I would not enjoy anime as much as I do now if I only watch anime, because then it just becomes boring. Anime should be everything, And I hope people will understand that, because I come from an era. I come from 2 eras of anime, so like a very long time, that is. But the payout though, like the only payout, you don't get paid for anything. That's the only downside. Because think about it. I know so much about anime, but I don't get paid for talking about anime, nor do I get acknowledged for knowing about a lot of stuff about anime. The only way to actually know how much you know about anime is to test it. And oh boy, I've been tested so many times, but I am the real deal when it comes to what anime fans strive to be. You don't need to buy a bunch of anime figures like this or like that, or a lot of anime stuff. You just need to actually know your stuff, because knowing stuff is a huge dedication. And man, I've been watching anime, I could say over 20 years now. That's crazy. It's not over 20 years, over 10 years now, but over 2 decades of anime, 10 years plus of watching. It is just crazy. But that is the story of me, though. I don't want to say I'm one of a kind, but I'm a rare breed of anime fan. I'm super rare. I'm like a legendary Pokemon here. You will not see anime fans like me. They do not come by easily, everyone. But, well, it's just... Someday, man. Someday there's going to be that anime fan, or that one person who watches my channel that will pick up after me. I just wish they know more than I do, Just pick up where I left off. So, my approach is this. maybe if I teach everybody on live streams and teach everybody through my videos once in a while, when I make anime videos, that is, if I could teach them about the anime genre in general and teach them about the people and the things behind it, little by little, they'll start picking up on it, you know? I know that people just want to hear about anime news, but it's more than just anime news. It's about the knowledge that comes with it. So to all the future anime fans who watch this, and to pretty much every single anime connoisseur, I hope that in the future, all of you anime fans will be able to be on, I don't want to say on this level, but to be able to have a conversation where you understand where I'm coming from. Because it is really lonely though. Like, I'm a very lonely anime fan here. Because people don't understand. You know, there's just, the anime world is so beautiful, but if you just want to focus on just anime, then it really gets stale really quickly. You know? So to the future of all anime fans, or all current anime fans, I seriously hope that you guys will watch anime long enough to where you can become pretty much professionals of your own. I'm an anime historian, pretty much at this point, and anime trivia guy, I don't know. I've seen a lot of stuff, I watched a lot of stuff, I know a lot of stuff, I've done a lot of stuff, but it's just that it gets really lonely though. When you're at the top, it gets very lonely. Like when you're at the top of the mountain, because there's only enough space for one person. So because of that, I get very lonely. So I hope that when I talk about an anime to you guys, it's not boring. Because my anime knowledge is very big. But because of that, like a lot of the casual anime viewers, they will not know what I'm talking about. Like literally. Literally, they will not know what I'm talking about. Because they're just only confused. Like they're just like, man, what is he talking about? This guy talking about anime like it's the Bible. This guy is the Bible, you know? Like, you know, it's just crazy you think about it, man. Like really, if you just keep thinking about it, I'm very lonely, man. What's going on with the IV drip bags in the background? Those are not IV. Okay, hold up. Those are my legendary food collection items. They're in a preservative bag. If you go back to my very first videos, I talked about it, Firecat. But those are essentially my food collection of like defective food collection products. It's a way to preserve them because it's very it's one of my side hobbies I do for fun, I guess. So take that what you will. But yeah, those are not IV bags though. Those are my food collection. Those are my defective food collection items. It's very interesting though. But I promise you though, guys, looks like Shinji's hospital room. It's not, guys. I promise you. It's just a food collection stuff. So don't get it confused, guys. I'm healthy, I'm fine. I still exercise, I still train, I still work out. So I'll be fine for the most part. So don't take it crazy, guys. But coming back to the topic of anime though, like, you know, hey, you will find those people and do something great with this knowledge. Yeah, but you have to understand though, like, think about it. Let's use this for example. I'm just gonna click on this. Classic League Season 3. Let's look at this one here. Like, look at the voice actor. Shoya Chiba. This guy voices William G in Sayate no Paladin, the Faraway Paladin, for example. And like, he also voices Ko and Hanako-kun, you know. So see, you get what I'm saying though, right? And he also voices Sigma in Bungo Stray Dogs, for those who are wondering. This guy voices pretty much a lot of amazing characters. He even voices in that one anime, Ayakashi Triangle. He voices Matsuri. Yeah. This is pretty crazy. Like, people think that like I don't know much about stuff, man, but I think like another example is that this guy voices Shin from 86. 86 is a great anime, by the way. Like Shoya Chiba, he voices Shin. Yeah. Can you believe that? Like, that is just amazing. This guy voices pretty much all your cool, badass MCs in anime. But you search up his IMDb page or something, if you study it, that is. But I think, but it just goes to show you though, of like how lonely it is when you have so much knowledge. It's like the story of Babel. If you put all the knowledge in one place, you get punished for it. And oh boy, I have been punished. Hey, you seem like a chill dude, catch you later. Yeah, see a fire cat. But I want people to understand where I'm coming from though. Like, watching anime is cool, but once you become like me, it gets really, I don't want to say boring. It's not boring, it gets very lonely. You will find those people and do something great with this knowledge. There's only one person actually that is trying to pick up after me, and that one person is actually my moderator, John Knight. John, if you're watching this, you have my thanks, because I really do think that if you focus your time little by little of picking up like anime facts and anime trivia and anime news, if you take a little bit of everything, John, if you're watching this, that is, and if you start memorizing it, like actually trying to memorize it, I don't know, use flashcards or something, you will become pretty much an anime trivia / historian like I am right now. Like people don't understand people don't understand the knowledge that you can bring to every anime fan out there, because I am constantly enlightening people when it comes to anime. And don't get me wrong, I can actually just do live streams just talking about animes forever. Period. I can do that. Like, I can make one live stream for about an hour and a half just talking about one person and just go straight at it. Whoa, is this Minecraft? No, it's not. Sorry, Sumo Catch, this is not Minecraft today. Today we're just talking about anime and anime news. So, yeah, nothing too crazy. I wish it was Minecraft though, but I don't really play Minecraft that well because my younger siblings are better at Minecraft than I am. So, just a heads up, guys, if you're wondering. But that is my personal take though. So, John, if you ever do watch this, or if you ever catch up on this live stream, just note that I think you have the potential to become something greater than I am. Period. As long as you can memorize what you actually, study, So I really do think John is like my legacy at this point. If not my legacy, then he's at least like my student, for example, or something like that. 10 more days into Christmas. Yes, it is. 10 more days into Christmas, guys. Oh, Christmas. Now that you mention it, I did actually treat myself out this year and bought myself I brought my own Christmas gift. So yeah, let's hope for the best. I brought my own Christmas gift. Yeah, I'm that lonely, guys, but deal with it. This looks this looks a lot like Minecraft. How can it be? Oh shoot, okay, I see what's going on here. Hold up. It looks a little... It's still... Okay, for some reason the setting is stuck at 360p the whole time. But it shouldn't be though. That's interesting. Sorry guys, I did not even notice that. Why didn't nobody mention this earlier? No, the stream key is set right. I just need to fix this up for a second, guys. If my stream looks like Minecraft, definitely not my part. No, my settings is right. Because my stream key is 1080p. Hello there, Johan. So my stream key is actually 1080p. So theoretically, it shouldn't be at 360 at all. And my internet is running really great. My internet is really good, as a matter of fact. Have you seen Hitalia? Oh boy! Now somebody mentions anime. Oh man! Hitalia! Oh boy. That is hold up. Which Which Hitalia are you talking about here? Hornets? Which Hitalia are you? Which one are you talking about here, man? Oh boy, I can go on days. Because this anime came out around like, okay, this anime is around like a 2013-ish anime-ish. Came around somewhere around that time period. So between like 2013-ish, if that's the one if I'm thinking about, right? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain that's the one you're talking about. The one that came out 2013. Because look, there's you have to understand, there's actually a funny story. Look, I've actually seen it, but not for the reasons you think. Oh man, I have one of the most. I can't talk about it because it involves one of my homegirls. Because like so one of my homegirls, she's essentially. So one of my homegirls, she's an amazing friend, by the way. She's actually into women and look. Hold on, let me pull up Hitalia actually, because hold up. God, this is because I've seen the 2013 one. I think it was which one is it? I think it was this one here. It's an O&A. It's like 5 episodes, 5-minute episodes, I believe. So it's like this one here. I think this is the one I've seen with my friend. I haven't seen the 2009 one, but I have seen this one here, and I know exactly what you guys are trying to get at, because look, I'm straight. I like women. I date older women, by the way. But there's a God, man. Horace, my man. I had to actually thank you for that, because this is such a funny. This is actually one of like. This is. One does not simply pass on Hitalia. Hear me out, guys. So the story so there's a bit of a backstory why I know this anime. So long ago, my homegirl, she dates women, by the way. So she's into women, by the way. Okay? And like we was talking about Yuri animes and whatnot. And she was like, you need to stick to the Josei animes. I was like, Josei anime is not for me, man. I'm not into like men on men anime. I'm straight. I don't have anything against it, but it's just not for me. And she was like, man, you're a weak anime fan. You claim that you watch this anime? Only true anime fans will watch this. Alright, let's go. Bet. And I binge, and together we literally binge watched like everything out that time. Oh man. But the reason why I remember this one the most, this 2013 short one, is because this is where I started, essentially. And if you go way back to some of the old anime forums, I think our posts are actually still there. Those are some great memories, yo. It is just crazy, man. So whoever mentioned, see, this is what I love when people mention like obscure animes or like animes of culture that nobody talks about. So M Hornets for mentioning this, man. Oh man, you have my thanks. This is like you have to be old school to remember this. Like you had to be an old school anime fan, because this God, oh my man, thank you. It is just, oh man, you have no idea. I know if you have no idea what this show is about, it's okay, because it's not it's only for the enlightened ones. Like, there's only for the enlightened ones. You have, you see, this is our discussion now, because you have to be enlightened to watch something like this. But essentially though, this is where I started. And man, she was on me, yo, for not watching this, and I had to binge watch this whole goddamn thing. But this is where I started. And if I'm being honest, when it comes to the characters here, like, it's really Jose. Yes, it's really boys on boys if you go that route. I'm not even gonna lie, I still watch this kind of stuff from time to time as like nostalgia. Like nostalgia for those old days, man. Because my homegirl, man, she was awesome. It is softcore yaoi. That is what it is. That in Warriors. yeah. Man, look, as a matter of fact, let's put this out now. If you have any old school or any nostalgic animes that you want to talk about, please feel free to mention it, because sometimes if you mention a series I forgot for a long time and it comes back to me, it is like opening a door to a floodgate. It will hit me like this, and I will talk about it. Yo, this anime here I have history with. It's funny too, because like it feels like just yesterday that I've seen this, because like it came and left my head. Oh my god. Hey, to my homegirl, if you're watching this, like this is just, oh god. I don't know if I should thank you or if I should be, I don't know how to feel, but it's crazy, man. Like, it's just crazy. Italian anime was released 2009. Italian manga was released 2006 to 2013. I don't really know much about the manga when it comes to Hitalia, but it's pretty interesting though. So what you call it? United Kingdom here, the character in one of the characters in this show, he's voiced by Noriaki Sugiyama. And for those who don't know, this guy actually voices Ishida in Bleach. Yes, this guy voices Ishida in Bleach, one of the greatest characters in Shonen Jump anime, in my personal opinion. He also voices this guy also United Kingdom here. This guy no, Noriaki Sugiyama, my bad. This guy here also voices Sasuke in Naruto. Like, they have legendary voice actors in this anime. So like for me, I just can't forget them, because like all these characters here, these guy characters are legendary they're legendary voice actors. Like Daisuke what you call it? Namikawa. This guy is awesome, man. Like, he's OG as heck. Like, he recently voices Geton in Eminence and Shadow for one of his most recent works, but he's been around forever. He even like this guy. My favorite role that he has voiced, in my personal opinion, is Waver Velvet in the Fate series and Fate Zero. For those who are wondering, so like all of these voice actors here are legendary. So that's actually one of the reasons why I remember Hitalia. Other than my homegirl making me watch this anime because she wanted me to watch this, saying I'm not a true anime fan for not knowing this series. But if you like our discussion and you're cultured, please feel free to leave this live stream a like, because man, I can talk about like everything about this. Other than the manga, I haven't read the manga, but from I'll admit I have not read the manga, but everything else I can talk about this for real, man. And another great role he voices, without a doubt, he voices Jack the Ripper, and he voices Jack in Black Clover, believe it or not. So like Jack the Ripper, the leader of the Mantis Squad, I believe, he voices the character for that as well. And I also believe that Daisuke voices Eustace Kid, I believe, in One Piece. So this guy voices like a lot of characters, dude. Like, all of these characters here are legendary. Like if you don't know these voice actors, then I don't blame you. But I guarantee you will be familiar with their voices once you hear it. You're like, oh yeah, I know you. You voiced that one anime from this other anime, etc., etc. But for real though, I really do appreciate people mentioning Hitalia, because like this anime here is like it's like an old school childhood memory. It's what it feels like to me, because it's been so long ago, man. But you have my thanks though. So, but yeah, if you mention any sort of anime, if it hits me like a nostalgia train, I will go into depth, because I know, like I stated, when it comes to anime knowledge, I am pretty much second to none, because my anime work ethic is 10 out of 10 almost. It rarely goes down, because the thing about me is this: I catch on pretty quick, but I just pretend like I don't, because it's better that way. So I know more than I'm letting on, but I can promise you guys though, these voice actors here, I'm pretty certain everybody's familiar with one of these voice actors. But I hope you guys learned something, because if not, then maybe maybe someday you guys will understand like for these people voices and whatnot. Because like I can go into depth about like Italia all day when it comes to these voice actors, like Yasuhiro Takato. This guy voices he voices the principal in My Hero Academia, Nezu, that little weasel looking thing. I forgot what's his name, but yeah, though I can go into depth about anime news or anime topics when it comes to these characters and whatnot, because like I know like a lot, too much stuff, guys. And it's crazy because like there's people in the chat just like, what is this guy talking about? This guy don't know what he's talking about. Boy, I know what I'm talking about. Like, come on now. I am old school. Oh, I'm not old school, but I'm old school, new school, and modern school anime fan. But yeah, though, guys, that is Hitalia for those who are wondering, though. But let us go back, though. But essentially, though, guys, when it comes to anime topics, I usually know what I'm talking about. Enjoy your weebing, my dude. Man, people say I'm a weeb. That's a fair assessment to make, but you have to understand though, guys, I'm not the ordinary anime fan. I'm not hardcore either. I am the enlightened anime fan. I will enlighten everyone who stops by my stream when it comes to anime stuff. Because I guarantee you, all those voice actors, all those voice roles, the majority of you either didn't know until now, or you probably didn't even catch on because it was too much for people to process. Because, man, memories, when you love something so much, or when you find something so fascinating, your brain will absorb information like glue. It sticks and it holds and it just doesn't let go. And for me, that is one of those cases, because oh my god, people don't understand. Opinion on Hatsune Miku's legs. Here's my honest opinion. I think Hatsune Miku was it's a product of her for her time and her character design. It makes sense, in my personal opinion. I don't think Hatsune Miku is actually a bad character design at all. You have to remember, Hatsune Miku came out as a Vocaloid 2. She's a Vocaloid 2 model that came out in 2006. And you know, people need to understand. She's also her proportions, in my personal opinion, make sense because she's 16 in character design in terms of age. So hear me out. I'm actually a fan of Vocaloid, believe it or not. I'm still waiting for Teto to get her own album. That would never happen, by the way. For those who don't know, Teto is like a Hatsune Miku lookalike, sort of, with red hair and pigtail curls and whatnot. But that's another topic, though. That's another topic. But in terms of Hatsune Miku's legs and Hatsune Miku's character design, I actually think it's fine. Because you have to remember, Hatsune Miku's character design came out in 2006. 2006, remember that. So modern anime designs have different standards nowadays compared to what it was back then. So, in my personal opinion, I think Hatsune Miku's design is amazing. Because Hatsune Miku was pretty much one of the first to debut of Generation 2 Vocaloid, along with Kagamine Reina Lin, Megarine Luca, and you know, those. You know, so for a product of her time, Hatsune Miku's character design, in my opinion, is actually really good. Even the legs, even though people say it's thin. But hey, to each their own. Because I know that people is a bit more on the hot take. Because I imagine Hatsune Miku good, man. Like, I really like Hatsune Miku's character design a lot. As a matter of fact, I think it's strange. This is not a bias. Like, this is pretty much a true statement we can all agree with for Vocaloids. For those people who are not familiar with Vocaloids, I'm going to enlighten you for a second. In my personal opinion, when it comes to Vocaloids redesigns for every new generation that comes out, I think Vocaloid Generation 2 or Vocaloid 2, Hatsune Miku, Megarine Luca, Kagamine Reina Lin, those character designs are 10 out of 10. Because even now in their modern art designs, they're still pretty much the same in terms of proportions and how they look. It's just modernized. And it's crazy because they pretty much put Vocaloid into the world. Get it? The joke? World is mine. Hatsune Miku's pretty much debut song. But you get the gist though. But like, that is my personal take. And I know that people mention Kaito and dang, what's her name? Kaito and whatnot? Kaito and Meko, but Kaito and Mako were Generation 1 Vocaloid. So their character designs kind of got tweaked a little bit, but they're still relatively the same as well. But they get bunched in Vocaloid 2 all the time. Even though they're not Vocaloid 2, they're actually first gen. So just a clarification for those who are not familiar with Vocaloids. And I was not a big fan of some of the newer Vocaloids. And now granted, there's a lot of Vocaloids nowadays. Some of them are good, some of them are okay. But, you know, it's time, you know. As time goes on, there's more Vocaloids, more to choose from, I guess. I know people like Lily. I thought Lily was okay. Ia, I actually like Ia a lot. Her 2014 album, Colors, I believe, one of my favorites, actually. Even though people say she doesn't sound like herself, because it's a bit more soft-tuned, I guess. But Colors is Fake Colors, that's what it is. Ia Fake Colors, one of my favorite songs that's put out there. And I know that Jin actually written some of her songs that are very popular as well, which was used later on in Megaku City Actors, believe it or not. So for those who don't know, now you know, because you guys are probably don't know what I'm talking about, I bet. But hey, it's Vocaloid. I know what I'm talking about. So God, everybody who's watching this is like everybody who's watching this are probably like, everybody who's watching this is just confused. They're like, what is this man talking about? This guy's on a whole nother league. He knows too much. What do I do? Like, don't worry, guys. You'll catch up someday, though. You'll understand someday when your Vocaloid knowledge becomes this, you know. Well, man, I cannot wait to see what the Hatsune Miku Good Racing every single year Hatsune Miku gets a Good Racing Smile anime figure. I want to see what they make for 2014, because you know they always look great, and usually it's by Good Smile Company, because Good Smile Company Racing Hatsune Miku figures are usually it's usually a yearly thing. So for those who are unfamiliar with Hatsune Miku releases yearly figures from Good Smile Racing, and pretty much is racing thing with Hatsune Miku, one figure every single year essentially. My favorite Hatsune Miku anime figure of all time, without a doubt, is the one that is Hatsune Miku 7 Dragon 2020. Best Hatsune Miku figure in my personal opinion. Doesn't look like Hatsune Miku, but I promise you, one of the best anime figures you'll ever see in your life. Super expensive, super rare, and it was limited. It is limited. There was I don't think there was any reprints of that figure for Hatsune Miku 7 Dragon 2020. I think all of it sold out. I don't think they're creating any more, but one of the greatest Hatsune Miku figures to ever exist, in my personal opinion. I still don't have it because it's super expensive. Well, to me, it's super expensive. I don't think it's worth the price, but that's just my personal take. You guys probably don't know what I'm talking about. I apologize, guys. I know I'm getting sidetracked, but it's anime. Come on. Well, it's not anime. It's Vocaloid, but nobody knows much about Vocaloid nowadays, right? Because people are focusing on like actual online singers such as Yasobi and Ado and whatnot. But Hatsune Miku is still an amazing Vocaloid, though. Although I'm not the biggest fan of Hatsune Miku's recent Vocaloid upgrades, because I feel like her voice has gotten a bit too robotic and the pitch is a bit too high compared to when she debuted. Because now she sounds less. She still sounds human, but it's becoming less human and more auto-tune-ish. But it's not bad though. It's just not what I'm familiar with, you know. But I think it's fine. Everybody else is fine as well, I guess. But Sumo Cat, though, that is my personal enlightenment of Vocaloids, though. I don't think you understood what I was saying, but I don't think anybody who's watching this understands what I'm saying, because dang, I know way too much about anime. It's crazy. You would think that like an anime fan like me would be some lazy guy, you know, like that one creepy uncle in your anime or something. They will know Vocaloid when I'll Miku you. What a great pun. Oh, I got that one instantly. I really do think Hatsune Miku. Okay, you probably wonder what's my favorite Hatsune Miku song. I like Deep Sea Girl is one of my favorites. When it comes to Mikurine Luca, I like Snow. I like Interviewer, and I like Just Be Friends, because that song is legit a friend zone song. So Mikurine Luca, those are my favorite songs. Kagamine Ren and Lin, I don't really have a favorite song from them. I just think they're okay, I guess. Iya, my favorite songs is Fake Colors. Even though people don't really like that song, I thought that song was fine. Even though it came out in 2014, so a lot of you viewers may not have been watching anime around that time, or you may be too young to watch anime during that time when that song came out. But one of my favorites. I used to listen to Lily, but Lily kind of fell off for me. Gumi's okay. My favorite song from Gumi, without a doubt, is Hanafuki Reflect or something like that, which was used in a song. Well, I mean, which was used in an anime called Mikagura Academy. Great light novel, by the way, my personal opinion. And the main character is a lesbian, but that song is amazing though. Hanafuki Reflect, I believe was the song was called by Gumi. It was singing by Gumi, I know that, but yeah. Cloud Rider Iya is still my favorite. Cloud Rider is actually a really good song. It's not for everyone, I understand why, but for me, I thought that song was good. Just not my favorite, you know? But we're talking about Vocaloid here, and not much people know about Vocaloids, so we're just kind of on our own world here. It's crazy how I mention light novels, visual novels, etc., but I don't mention Vocaloids. But I should mention Vocaloids because my knowledge on them is pretty interesting. As a matter of fact, I was the one who introduced Vocaloids to my family, believe it or not, which was pretty interesting for sure. But it's just because, like, you know, I've been around way too long, man, when it comes to like anime in general. Not just anime, but everything. I'm that good, man. You guys just don't understand. But someday you'll be enlightened by my knowledge on anime, though. But yeah, though, those are pretty much my favorite songs from Vocaloids and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, I still actually respect the writers too. I do respect the writers for the people who write the songs for the Vocaloids, such as Jin. I think Jin writes amazing songs, which was used in Mexico City actors, such as like songs such as Outer Science. Dang, I forgot the other songs, but I know Outer Science is like the big one, but oh, excuse myself. But you get what I'm saying though. I have respects for writers and their music for Vocaloids. People should mention them more. I know people don't, but I do. So yeah, maybe someday in the future I'll talk more about Vocaloids if it's a topic of interest. But then again, though, Sumo Cat, not very many people know about Vocaloids nowadays, because it's not that it's fallen off. It's just that it's become more subtle, I guess. But that's just my personal take, though. So to each their own, and maybe I hope you guys learn a bitter thing or two about Vocaloids, because Vocaloids is very niche. I will not lie. It's even more niche than light novels and games and visual novels, etc. So I hope you guys... I'm hoping you guys understood something here that I've stated. Fingers crossed. Okay, I'm praying that you guys did, because like I can go on for days when it comes to one topic, just because I'm so intrigued, and people think that that I'm an interesting person. I am not an interesting person. I'm just a normal person that just knows a bit more than everybody else. Anybody can know as much as I do. Just be around long enough, you know? You'll get there someday, guys. But it's just goes to show you, though, about like my anime, not just anime, but my Japanese otaku culture. Nobody uses that word anymore, man. As a Tsunemiku herself, I understand most of it, maybe. My man Sumo Cat, oh my god. This individual here is a big Tsunemiku fan. I am not a biggest... Look, I love Tsunemiku, but I'm not her biggest fan. Like, I just respect Tsunemiku because some of the songs do smack, or they're catchy as hell, man. Like Poppy Po. That song just catchy. I just... like, Poppy Po is a catchy song. But what else is a catchy song for Tsunemiku? But Tsunemiku writes... I mean, the writers have catchy songs. That's the only reason why, I can remember Tsunemiku easily. Not because of character design, it's just because, like, if it's a catchy song, like, yep. Like for example, Senbon Sakura. Like, that song everybody knows. Like, come on now, man. They even made a Bad Apple cover of Tsunemiku. I was like, yep, now we know we're getting into real territory now, where you're mentioning Bad Apple. And everybody's like, what's Bad Apple? Well, let me enlighten you, my friends, because you are now going to be introduced to another world that is not Vocaloid, but Toho. And nobody wants to talk about Toho because Toho is a big universe with over 125 main characters. Oh man, but I hope people understand where I'm coming from though, because I am like a legendary anime historian here, man. I can connect pretty much every thread to one another, just like suing. I can just connect it because I just man, everything is a trickle down effect, like literally a trickle down effect. One thing connects to another, connects to another, connects to another when it comes to anime news and knowledge. So for me, like when someone mentions Vocaloid, I will branch out to singers, producers, editors, anime studios, the history. I will go that route. Don't make me go there, my friend, because it becomes less of intriguing and more of a history lecture because I'm that good. I'm overqualified when it gotta go. Spin a leak, so see ya. Spin a leak. Ha! Spin a leak. I could get you, Cinemiku. Alright, see ya, Sumo Cat. You gotta go. I don't force anybody to stay on my live streams, by the way. So if you guys get bored or if the stream's not for you, by all means feel free to go because I don't force anybody to stay. But if anybody has any topics they want to talk about when it comes to anything in general, I'm usually open to talking about it, especially anime. Man, even if the live stream is not about anime, if somebody mentions anime in the live stream, I'm gonna go down history 101 with you guys because someone has to do it. People be mentioning anime, but they'll be like, "Are you?" It's funny to me. Okay, the funniest things that happens to me is when people say, "Man, Kumo Sensei, you're not a true anime fan." Well, let me tell you, you chose the wrong opponent. I'm gonna spit roast you with so much information you don't know that you're gonna get isekai'd. Like, the truck will not come to take you there. I'll take you there. I am that good, man. I am one of those anime fans that is extremely rare and is pretty much a dying breed of anime fan. But that really goes to show you though, guys. Anime fans like me, they do come by, but they're really rare though. But yeah, though, that's just my personal, that's just me, man. That's just me personally, how I am. I've been watching anime for so long, and I've been around everything around the Japanese culture to the point where I'm literally a master class when it comes to like anime otaku culture. It's just so crazy and so bizarre how people want to talk about casual stuff, but I'm like, oh man, yeah, that's cool. Talking about some level 1 things. Have you ever seen a level 100 anime fan before? Because they're gonna be there's something, I'll tell you what. There's something special. And man, you can literally apply like my anime knowledge to anything in life almost. If you think about it, just you dedicate yourself into something and you truly love it, or if you're truly fascinated by it, you can become pretty much something amazing at it. The potential is always there. You won't know if you're good at it or not. You need to test your potential and push it as far as you can. Hey, I'm back. Do you know Poppy the Performer? Poppy the Performer. I'm not wait, is that another joke? I'm not too familiar with that. I don't know everything, guys, but I know most things. Oh my god, I do not know that. Warriors, I really do not know that. But who knows? I'll probably do some research later. I hope it's not a joke, man. If that's I just hope that's not another joke of some kind, because we have enough for today. But yeah, though, guys, anime news, anime knowledge, pretty much I've been around it all. It's been a great ride, and I'm not gonna lie. I've said this before, and for those who are new, I'm gonna say this right now. If I gave up anime today, like everything anime related, I would not be dissatisfied at all. I am happy for what I've done and what I've contributed to the anime world, because a lot of people don't know this, but I've been on anime for so long. It's honestly like crazy how long I've been on anime, man. So if one day I decide to give up on anime, just note that I'm a guy who's been watching anime for so long that I have nothing else. I have nothing left to prove. I really don't have anything left to prove at this point. So I can just, I can literally give up anime today if I want to. But I choose not to, though, because I still want to enjoy anime for now. And although I don't really make anime videos as much, it doesn't mean I've quit watching anime, guys. I don't know why people think that. It's because... I don't know why people think that, because I stopped watching anime... Well, I stopped making anime videos. People think I quit anime. I haven't. I've just really been busy with my personal life because I'm trying to get it caught up. But I hope that everybody understands that if push comes to shove and I have to give up watching anime, just note that don't feel bad because I've done everything. I've already done everything in anime already, you know. So there's nothing left for me to prove. But yeah, though, it's getting kind of long. Oh, I need to update that sub goal. That is not correct. That is correct. There it goes. But yeah, though, guys, without further ado, I guess I'll call this a stream for today. It was really nice talking to everybody because it's been a while since I last streamed. I will stream again next week. I don't know exactly when I'll stream next week. Probably either Thursday or Sunday. I don't know. Thursday, Sunday, or sometime late on Friday. Now, then again, though, we just kind of had to wait and see, guys. I've been working hard, but I could be working harder. But without further ado, though, guys, as always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe to this live stream. Feel free to join the Discord. I try to get on the Discord. I check on it at least twice a day. Just stopping by. So feel free to stop by the Discord if you want to. Links to everything is down below. And yeah, without further ado, everyone, thanks for watching. And with that, that's really about it. See you.